My name is David Hartsough from San Francisco, California, and I was one of the co-founders of the Nonviolent Peaceforce um, and served as staff for 8 years. We grew out of the Hague Appeal for Peace in the Netherlands in May of 1999, where 10,000 peace activists came up from all over the world, came together to try to explore ways to get rid of war. That's the way of resolving conflict. The Nonviolent Peace Force is an idea that Gandhi originally shared, what he called the Shanti Sena, or Nonviolent Army. And the vision is to recruit and train hundreds and eventually thousands of trained nonviolent peacemakers, peace workers, who can go into the conflict areas at the invitation of local peacemakers to not to make the peace themselves, but to help provide the international nonviolent presence to make it safer for the local peacemakers and human rights workers and civilian populations to do their work. And our experience is that in most conflict areas, there are local people that understand the conflict and understand possible solutions, but they're very often the ones that get killed or disappeared and arrested. And so having international people present makes it safer for them to continue to do their work and stay alive. So we are a truly international organization. It's not just kind of people from the United States and from the global north doing something for our poor brothers in the south. We, both in terms of the decision making, the International Council is made up of people from all parts of the world, and the teams are people from all parts of the world. So we're truly international teams acting as the conscience of the global community, working on behalf of our brothers and sisters that are suffering in the middle conflict areas. We are presently in Sri Lanka and in Mindanao in the Philippines, and we were for a year in Guatemala, and we have our International Governing Council decided that we're going to go to southern Sudan if we can find the funding. So that project will be starting soon. What we've done in Sri Lanka and in Mindanao largely is to be a presence with civilian populations in areas where it's very dangerous to be a civilian. And I mean, as I think everyone knows, at the beginning of the 20th century, about 15% of the people that were killed in wars were civilians. And by the end of the century, it was more like 80 to 90%. And that's not unconscionable. I mean, war ought to be outlawed for no other reason. A friend of mine has suggested if all the world's people could agree that what we have in common is we're not willing to kill children for any kind of political belief or ideology or religious reason, we're not going to be involved in any war where we have to kill children. Wow, that would be revolutionary. But until we get to that point, we need things like the Nonviolent Peaceforce.